This episode contains snippets of suicide and essay. Please feel free to skip the parts that can be triggering for you. Hi, welcome to the
Mhm.
Opinions That Matter. Today we have Sidharthraj. He's an author, he's a published author. He has written one book and he is right now working on his next one. He's also a web designer.
Mhm.
Hi, Siddharth, how are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm fine.
Would you like to tell the audience about yourself?
Uh, my name is Sidharthraj, and I have been mostly invisible, insecure, and introverted person throughout my school and college life. In my college, I have done 3 years of literature, English literature, and after that, I have studied 1 year of graphic design and web design. Yes, so I liked reading book, and that's why I have done English literature. And I have written my first book and now working on the second one. Yes.
So, would you like to tell the audience about your book and what's it about, name and everything, where it's available?
Uh, Name of my book was Between Pain and Paintbrush, and it was about uh, my personal stories. And at the time, I was learning about graphic design also, so I have done some digital illustrations also in the book. So it was combination of both literature and artwork. It was on Amazon in 2023 for 1 year, and then the contract ended with the publisher. So it's not available anywhere right now, but I'm working on the second one. So I think it will be available next year.
Okay, so how did you publish it? Did you do the self-publishing thing or how was how did you do it?
Uh, uh, I was doing English literature, so I had my English teacher who I consulted, and they guided me to agency where they give the ISBN number, registration, and the printing and everything. So I did it that way.
Oh, that's great. What is this book about?
The second one is also about my life experiences and things which I have learned from my inner conflicts and how I deal with it. And if unfortunately or fortunately someone else is also having the same situation, then hopefully they can find the similar answers helpful.
Right. So पहली बुक में आपने क्या-क्या लिखा है? Is it poetry? Is it an essay, biographical? क्या है? क्या लिखा है अपनी पहली बुक में एंड आपकी बुक का नाम क्या है एवरीथिंग?
Okay. Uh, my first book was about my personal life stories uh, from school and college life, and it was mostly about like friendships and maybe laziness a little bit. And if some person is struggling with studies and trying to find out what they want to do and have no idea, like the most of the time students have like very less idea of what things are available in the future and what they can do right now. So a little bit about that. And yeah, name was Between Pen and Paintbrush, which was both of my creative expression ways. Pen representing like writing style, and paintbrush representing the artistic, like more artistic version.
Oh, that seems very interesting.
Yes.
So, is it like is it
Mhm.
biographical? आपने poetry लिखी है या फिर किस वे में लिखा है? Is it essays?
Yes, I've written. It was a non-fiction book. It had mostly uh, my own life experiences, thing I was dealing with, and how I figured it out. And I was hoping that if someone reads it and they are facing the similar problem, hopefully they can also find my answers helpful. I tried to do poetry, but I was not good at it, so I did not include any poetry in it. It was basic, regular life stories.
Okay. So when did you start writing? आपको writing में interest कब आया और writing क्यों अच्छी लगती है and how does it like help you with your mental health?
Oh, I started writing which is a little bit flashback story. After I finished my 10th, I did not know what to do, and most of my friends were doing science, so I also took science. And well, at the end of the year, I failed in science, mostly because I did not have like good friends. They were mostly bunking classes, and they were not focused on studies. And I was also hanging out with them in school days in 11th standard, so I failed in science. And then my parents changed my school, and in next school, I decided that I don't want that same outcome because it was very embarrassing and humiliating to see that my old friends went to the next class and I'm still stuck in this one.
Mm.
So then I started to spend more time in library and hang out less with other friends. So when I went to library, I started reading and I started reading lots of books about communication and productivity and other habits. So I started good interest in books, and I thought that if I take literature, I like reading books, and if I take literature, then it will be mostly about books compared to other options in college. So I started literature, and in that we had little bit uh, about creative writing, where you can write your own things and write about your own
Mm.
fictional stories or stories. So that's how I started writing. Like I love reading first, and reading helped me into writing.
Right. I can relate a lot to your story because even I love to
Hmm.
read. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है books पढ़ना, and it gives
Hmm.
me a sense of hope. It provides me a sense
Yes.
of direction क्योंकि बहुत चीजें समझ आती हैं जो लाइफ में समझ नहीं आ रही होती पहले.
Hmm.
And reading provides you a lot, and eventually when I got into writing because of that only, the very
Hmm.
reason that I wanted to find answers for my inner conflicts कि अंदर क्या चल रहा
Hmm.
था, क्या हो रहा था, and what was the reason behind my suffering. So Siddharth,
Hmm.
I want to ask you, since it is a mental health podcast and we are going to talk about mental health, so
Hmm.
can you share a bit of your journey about how you have dealt with your mental health problems?
My mental health, I think still I'm dealing with it. Don't know
Yeah.
yet. I need to find a starting point in my head. When I was in college, I believed in one some theory, okay, and I thought it to be very true, and I shared it with my friends and family members and other people, and they did not care about it that much. Uh, I'm saying that when I left my school, I was reading and more. I started like becoming a vegan, and I started caring about animal rights. And so I shared those videos how animals are suffering with my friends and family members, and they well did not care about it that much. So I got blocked mostly out of all my friends groups and WhatsApp groups and birthday parties, and I stopped getting invited because if they are eating a pizza at a party and I would show them the videos like this, see how they are suffering because you want to enjoy this, and I can understand that how it can be bothering to other people when they just wanted to enjoy their time and I was speaking about something very difficult. So now I can understand it, but at that time I was very passionate and forceful about my ideas and opinion, my ideology. So well, after after a few years, I got completely out of touch with everyone. Like nobody was understanding what I'm doing or why I'm doing this. Nobody cared about animal rights. So it led me to a completely hopeless place in my mind. And in 2021, I decided to end my life because I did not see any meaning in that. Because what I care about, nobody cared about that. I was like completely alone in my own head that only I'm worried about this thing. And if nobody cares about that, like what's the point of even living? So I tried to end my own life. I walked into an ocean, and I was saved by actually a dog, and the dog with their companion, so they also saved me. Uh, so after that, I decided that everything that I'm doing now, I'll do it differently, because if I keep doing it, it will lead me to the same outcome. So I started
Can you
being.
recount the how the dog saved you? I have never heard something like this.
Oh, I can tell you it. It's not a painful story anymore for me. So, well, I my father taught me swimming when I was kid. I have a brother when we were kids. So technically, if you know swimming, it is very difficult to drown yourself into an ocean. So I took a heavy stone nearby and I walked into the ocean and I put it on my chest, and I think I passed out because of lack of oxygen. So I think maybe in few minutes I would have thrown to the shore of the sea by the waves. And it was I went there at 7 o'clock and I waited until it's completely dark. So then when I passed out and I was by the shore, some uncle was walking with her dog, and dog have like I think good night vision, so dog was able to spot me. So the dog ran quickly towards me, and then the uncle came and he gave me the chest compressions and I think that thing, and he was able to get water out of my lungs, and then I can uh, woke up.
That's an interesting story.
Yeah, so I think in the uncle did the main part, but I think the dog
He
really,
spotted you.
yeah, which was kind of beautiful thing, because
Yeah, it
I
is.
thought there's no point of like living because of
Yeah,
I'm caring about animals, and eventually I was saved by a dog. So
your dog. Yes. Oh my
yeah,
God, that story has touched me. I love
yeah,
dogs.
it's yeah. I also love dogs. I've helped. I try to help dogs whenever I can, especially
Oh
stray
yes.
dogs.
Same here. Same here. I have a pet dog actually.
Oh, nice. How old is the dog?
He will turn 9 years old this December.
The dog is 9 years old.
Yes, he will turn 9 years old.
Oh, very senior dog. I
Yeah, he's senior. He's a street dog.
Oh, then it's a wonderful thing. At least they got to live 9 years. Most of the time, they die into an accident or something.
Yeah, yeah, it's
I
true.
have around my house. There used to be female dogs, but now they have neutered them. But
Hmm.
they used to give puppy, and Lord, I have buried like 10, 15 puppies because mostly they died into car accident or some
Hmm.
kind of accident. So it's nice. Some dogs get to live 9 years.
Yes, actually, they have more life as compared to the breed dogs because they are like they live longer because they are more resilient, basically.
Yes, yes, yes. They are more even smarter than the breed dogs.
Yeah.
Street dogs are more smarter.
So Siddharth, I wanted to ask you, how did you get out of it, and did you ever try counseling or therapy?
Oh yes. Well, I did not start counseling right after my uh, revival incident, uh, but I started reading because I wanted to do things differently after that. So I tried to look inwards more, like what is my problems and why people don't understand me, and I started working on communication skills, because later I learned that I'm not giving. I was talking about the message of kindness and compassion, but at the same time I was hating on human beings. I was thinking, if you don't believe what I believe in, and if you don't do things the way I think is right, then you are a bad human being, which is very one directional way of
Hmm.
thinking and dealing with other people. And I learned that okay, this could make someone hate other human being, because they are not considering about their economic conditions or their
Hmm.
struggles of their life, and I'm just telling them, oh, because I think this is right, you need to do it.
Hmm.
If someone have told me that, then I would have also not liked it a lot. So
Hmm.
I worked on my communication skill and I learned how to empathize more with other people and take into consideration like their lifestyle and their options in life, because maybe they are not able to afford vegan options.
So
I
are you a vegan?
uh, not since last year. I was vegan for 4 years. I I I watched one documentary and I turned vegan like right away. Right now, I'm not completely vegan, but I still drink soya milk, and I still choose alternative dairy options. But
Yeah.
I will I have once I moved to Bangalore for my college, I learned that my priorities have changed, because when I was with my parents, I did not have to care about a lot of things. Here, I have to
Hmm.
uh, figure out a lot of things on my own.
Hmm.
So it's not big of a priority right now, but I still try to not harm animals
Right.
as much as I can.
Right. That's a huge thing, you know. I
Mhm,
really respect the people who do that.
mhm.
So right now you live in Bangalore, and what's your life like in Bangalore?
Oh, Bangalore. Bangalore is, I think, for me internally very peaceful place, mostly because of the roads and how there are so many trees. And I don't like the traffic here, but at the same time, it's nice that you get to stuck in traffic when, I
Mhm.
mean, at least there are trees and it's not very much uh, like other countries, other cities where you're directly in this standing in the sun. Like it's
Right.
so.
So yeah. So do you do a full-time job in Bangalore?
I used to do a full-time job last year, but then I learned that well, it was far. It was 2 hours of traffic far from my place, and every day I was spending there 9 hours. And I, I later I learned that I'm not getting any time to improve my own self or learn other creative tools or improve my
Hmm.
creativity. So I left
Hmm.
my job and then I started freelancing. So now I do work on my own, so that I have time for my work and for myself also.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Hmm.
Oh, would you like to tell the audience anything about how men deal with their mental health and how things need, how they need support for it and how things can, change in the society maybe?
Oh, yeah, that I can speak from that perspective that I have known for really long time. Uh, yes, I think for men or young adults who are in college or leaving college and starting job, uh, I think one of bigger issue for objectively all kinds of men in everywhere would be, now it is more difficult to find meaning in in maybe in college or work or in life, because earlier it was easier to make life meaningful. Earlier you just had to protect your family, your country during wartime, or uh, even before that. Right now it's good that we live in peaceful places, but it's kind of for men it has kind of not clearly defined like what they are supposed to do now, like what how they can be helpful now,
Mm.
meaning that I think that it's not like completely formed idea, but I think that would be a bigger thing right now, to find how to be helpful
Mm.
with your skills or
Even
with
helpful for yourself, I think, because things
oh
are not
yes,
clearly defined and things are a mess because it's the society that we live in. It's not easy to survive.
yes, definitely, definitely. Now there are lots of comparison things like you should have invested when you were in 8th standard to where it's
Hmm.
right now, and you should have purchased home when you were in school.
Yeah, and that's just not possible. Like a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of pressure, I think.
a lot of pressure. And also one thing I read, I like to watch a podcast of this guy called Chris Williamson, and he gives a article every Monday or something. In one of that he has written this line which stuck with me. In present time, the question was, in present time, do we see man as someone having problems, or do we see man as the problem?
Hmm.
So it stuck with me,
That's deep.
which yeah, it kind of represents the present situation where young adults and young men are seen as someone who is the problem.
Yeah, of course.
And I like to uh, watch Jordan Peterson's videos because he's, I think, very most articulate clinical psychologist.
Hmm.
One of his video, he was saying, see, if we both decide to play chess, okay, and once we start the game, and I tell you, you better don't cheat in this game because your people are always known to cheat in this game. So I hope you're not going to cheat, okay? At the beginning of the game, if I tell you that, then you kind of feel discomforted that I've not even started playing, and this person is already judging me.
Hmm.
So I think this kind of thing happens with young men, where before even knowing them, they are being judged of the actions of other people or actions of
Hmm.
the past,
Yeah, also
which kind.
because, a majority of people who do wrong things, but then the good ones are also seen as, wrong.
Yes, yes, yes,
And the
yes,
perception
definitely.
changes that way कि सब लोग ही ऐसे होंगे, all are like this.
Hmm.
And that's a very
Hmm.
like hard perception to change, I think.
Hmm. Yes, it is a difficult thing to figure out, and I learned that okay, it is kind of understandable from the hurtful person's point of view that if I've been to some other country and I do not get good experience, then my perception would form about the whole place that this is not a nice place, and I don't want to
Hmm.
get into that next time.
Hmm.
And it is understandable that a hurtful person would, their first job is survival, and they would try to protect them in
Yeah.
every way unless they have dealt with their trauma and healed
Hmm.
from their trauma. Also, I keep a definition of trauma with me whenever I use that word. I like
Yes,
to
please.
say it so that we are on the same page.
Yeah.
This is a legal definition, can be used. Trauma means any disturbing experience that results in significant fear, helplessness, disassociation, confusion, or other disruptive feelings intense enough to have long lasting negative effects on a person's attitudes, behavior, and other aspects of functioning. There's a little bit more also. Um, Traumatic events include those caused by human behavior as well as by nature, and
Hmm.
often challenge an individual's view of the world as a just, safe, and predictable place. Yes.
Right. Hmm.
So that is my definition of trauma, how I understand it,
I
and
have like
it
two,
it kind of
three. Yes, yes, please say.
yeah, sorry, it kind of speaks itself that if you have, well, if you were in a relationship and that person was abusive to you, so it is understandable that you would judge other people from the same lens of hurt to protect yourself. So I'm not blaming the people who think like, okay, this person hurt me in the past and this person is they're both the same gender, then he would kind of hurt me in the same way.
Hmm.
So it is understandable, but I think if you work on healing yourself and if you work on understanding, giving other people the opportunity to see themselves as individual, not from the previous person's behavior,
Right.
then it is helpful to
Exactly.
uh,
I have like two,
everyone.
three people who talk very brilliantly about trauma. Like there is Pete Walker. He talks about
Mhm.
childhood trauma. There is Bessel Vanderkolk. He is the
Yes, yes,
author
I
of The
have.
Body Keeps the Score.
Yes,
And
yes, I have
the
that
other
book.
one is Gaber Mate. He's
Yes,
also
yes,
very good.
I shared you about this book, right? The photo
Yeah,
in the group.
The Myth of Normal.
I'm
Yes,
still
I have
reading it.
read it. I have read like half
I
of
s-
it. मुझे अभी पूरी पढ़नी है ये.
Mhm.
It's very deep and it's so like in depth और इतना सारा
Mhm.
information है, like it's hard to process it, but it's really good.
Mhm. The Body Gives the Score is also like similarly big, and
Yeah, it's
four, it took
Body
me three,
Keeps
four
the
months, and this
Score
is.
का next part भी आ रहा है अब.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I learned this definition from that book only,
Hmm.
and I think I started reading it. I'm in the first chapter, and this is the first book. While reading, I started crying
Oh my God, it is very
during
deep.
the time when he speaks about his mother had to give him away when he was 14 months old to
Hmm.
someone else. That part was very
Because he
difficult
was
to read.
born during the war between the Jews and the
Mhm.
Germans, right?
Mhm. Yes, yes, yes.
That was his history. Hmm.
It was difficult, like, and now I'm
Whenever
learning
he
more to him.
talks, yeah, whenever he talks, it's very emotional. Like he connects with the audience very deeply.
Yes, I watched his interview with Mel Robbins, and that one was also very uh, deep and meaningful. Have you seen that?
Yes, his interviews I have seen. Yes,
His interview with Mel Robbins. She is also an author.
yes, I know Mel Robbins. Yes, I have seen like the snippets of reels on Instagram. I have not seen the full interview.
Mhm. Oh, the that interview is also very nice. One thing he talked about it in this video. Can I share this? Share it here.
Yes, yes.
There is no audio disturbance, right? Because of something outside.
No, it's okay. It's good.
Okay. Uh, in that interview, he asked the author, "Can you share about your traumatic memory or something that is deeply still connected with you?" I think it started that way, and she says that yes, I can share with you. When I was 4 years old, I was in a family picnic, and there was some older kid on top of me at night. Maybe he was sexually abusing her or something,
Mm-hmm.
which is very common thing I learned from the
Mm-hmm.
book Body Keeps the Score with
Yes, it is.
lot of young girls, and especially in India, where sometimes even in your families. Yes. Anyway, so that thing happened with her, and he asked her, "Who did you tell about it?" She said, "Nobody." Then he asked her, I mean, imagine if similar thing happens with your children. She had children right now of her own. He asked her if it happened to with them, then what? How would you explain it? And she says, it would make me feel really bad and sad because it happened with them and they were not able to share it with me. Then he says, I'm not asking you how would you feel. I'm asking how would you explain it, which is a different thing. And she says that the only way I can explain it is that I was not able to give them safe enough place within the family that they feel
Yeah.
safe enough to share it with me if something that happens with them. And then he says, yes, uh, that is one of the reason of childhood trauma which stays
Mm.
with a lot of kids, that when something happens with you, you're not able to share it with parents. And I would like to add that unfortunately in Indian household, whenever something whenever you make a mistake or something bad thing happens with you or because of you, parents are the first people from whom you need to hide it. सबसे पहले
That's
पेरेंट्स
true.
से ही छुपाना पड़ता है
Yeah.
कि anything else is acceptable, at least they don't find out about it.
Yeah, because it's like बहुत डर लगता है पनिश करेंगे कुछ बोल देंगे एंड मुझे ही ब्लेम करेंगे and it happens with a
Yeah.
lot of young girls because the young girls are blamed a lot for those things कि तुम क्यों बाहर गए तुम क्यों उसके पास
Hmm.
बैठे and all that stuff.
Hmm. Hmm. So, which is also like a kind of, instead of uh, reducing your trauma or healing your
Hmm.
inner conflicts, it kind of amplifies it.
Yes.
And then kids started distracting themselves because the parents did not give the right kind of response to them. So
Yes.
now it's still in their head, it's still bothering them. So they distract themselves with playing video games or watching TV or uh, doing other things, which also becomes.
Recently I saw this interview. I think, I don't know, Akshay Kumar, he was talking about how his daughter encountered something online. वो कोई गेम खेल
Hmm.
रही थी online और कोई उससे like abusive way में बात कर रहा था और उससे pictures मांग रहा था and like she's like only 12 years old, I think 12 or 13 years
Hmm.
old, and she was able to like get up and go to her mother and tell her about it, which is a very
Hmm.
very big thing. And अगर ऐसा environment तुम
Yes.
create कर सकते हो जहाँ पे you are able to tell, that gives a lot of strength and a lot of healing
Hmm.
to the child.
Yes, definitely, definitely. The, ideally, that would be necessary for, I think, should be in every
Hmm.
household. But it is understandable that in India, like people
It's
not
very
even
less.
able to able to get out of their basic financial uh, restrictions that they
Yes.
can read about and understand about these things. They're only focused on like paying the bills and rents.
Yes.
So it is understandable from their point of view also that why they are not able to give the
Hmm.
this kind of environment.
Yes. Also they were not taught also, no,
Yes,
उनको
yes,
किसी ने
yes.
सिखाया भी नहीं था.
Hmm.
Now the
After
awareness is
reading,
increasing,
hmm.
thankfully.
After reading these things, I talk about these things with my parents, and they say always say the same thing that now you have internet and now you have so many resources, you are able to talk
Hmm.
about it and read about it. And during our time, we did not have this much resources and we did not have this
Yeah.
much uh,
Awareness.
societal freedom to
Hmm.
talk about these things and express if you are feeling something. I wanted to say something with that thing where with parents you have to mostly hide the things.
Hmm.
Uh, well, I forgot it, but later in the interview, when he asked us, he asked Gabor Mate asked the author, uh, what would have happened if you have told your mother when that happened? And she said that if my mother had known, she would have beaten up the kid because what he was doing to me. And
Hmm.
I think he asked her like, what would you have done if your child sees this thing to you? She says the same thing like, I would have beaten up the guy if someone does that to my daughters. Then he told that. Then he told her, but that is not something that the child needs. Like they don't want you to solve their problem. In that time, all they needed is just you to maybe hug them and tell them that it is uh, it is sad that this thing happened, which acknowledges
Hmm.
their current emotion. You don't need to
Yes.
solve
Hmm.
it. You don't need to uh, hide it, or you don't need to do anything about it. You
Be
just have
ashamed
to,
of it.
yeah, you just have to acknowledge it that they are feeling this thing. And sometimes
Yes.
when someone just understand what you are feeling, the heaviness of that thing already alleviates. If someone just can say, yeah, I get it. uh, I remembered from the word you said, ashamed. Yes, I'll go back to my point. When we are talking about you have to hide it from your parents, then your parents don't understand you, don't get you, and you still have the thing bothering you inside, so you distract yourself into other activities, and which you are doing for your own survival, so that those memories don't bother you. And when you do other activities, you are again ashamed of those things by your parents also, that you are not focusing on this thing, you are not doing, you are addicted of this thing, which again becomes another heavy mountain on your own pre-existing burden.
Yes. It's the dissociation that occurs.
Hmm. So uh, it is very difficult to deal with these things given the present current situation of lots of people in India.
Yes.
Hmm.
It was a pretty deep conversation, Siddharth. Do you want to say anything at the end of the interview?
Then I have this one theory. This is from my favorite author Simon Sinek. He says about sit in the mud with me, which is imagine if you are walking in a garden and you fell into the mud. Good friend would try to find out water and get you out of it. A bad friend would be someone who just keeps walking because they are not bothered by your problems. Maybe your best friend would be someone who would laugh at you. But he's talking about the theory sit in the mud with me is that when you are having an issue in your life and when you're dealing with something, you already know the right answers and you already know the right thing to do. But in that moment, the pain is intense enough that you are not able to make those decisions, take those steps. So the author asks the person to just uh, give them the opportunity to grieve in that moment and just sit with them in that moment and not give them advice or not ask them to do anything, just be there.
Yes.
For example, in when
This
someone is going
quote
through,
is from? This quote is from?
author called Simon Sinek, author of the book
Start with?
Start with Why.
Okay.
Yes, I'll share you with the video where he talks about it.
Yes, please do.
Yeah. So it was like if someone is going through breakup, they already know what things they should be doing and what thing they are
Mm.
supposed to do. But if you just spend some time with them watching something, some movies or doing some other things, you don't have to like tell them affirmations. Or you do
Yes,
not have
of
to tell them
course.
to do.
People don't
Yeah.
need advice, they need support.
Yes, yes. So if you just sit with them in their grief, it relieves them from a lot of the pain, and eventually they'll come back to their senses and do the right thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll leave you with this. I think summary of this that don't give advice to other people. Just listen to them a little bit more.
That's that's beautiful. Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Yes.
Your
Thank you
words
for
and your
having me.
story, your story was very in-depth, emotional, and it's really important that people hear this. I'm really
Yes.
glad we connected and
Mhm.
we you
Thank you
came
for
on this
having me.
podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay. Bye.